Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today's video, I'm going to talk about how I almost burned down my BMW because of this massive subwoofer I have in the back. So stay tuned. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. You understand, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So this is my subwoofer setup. Amp over there, sub right here. Now let me explain what happened. Put this down right here. This sub is kind of heavy. Alright, let me see if you can see what's going on. On the terminal right here, take a look. The thing is melted. It got extremely hot, and basically, if I didn't notice, it could have got worse. You see this? Look at this. So it gets hot, touches this, short out, cause a fire. Luckily in my situation, they both touched and then it chipped out the amp. Can you see? So now if you see the wires I'm using, pretty good wires, but I'm assuming the gauge is not strong enough. So I'm going to upgrade this to some 8 gauge wiring. Obviously change this terminal, and then the wires inside the box. So the wires inside the box on the speaker, I'm upgrade those to 8 gauge as well. So stay tuned. We're gonna run the wires basically from the amp underneath this carpet cover, come up through the side, hook back up this, change the terminal. Yeah. So open this up. Now, look at the new wires. Can compare it to the size of the one that's there now. Look at this. This is the red one is 8 gauge. See how thick that is? And I'm not even sure what gauge this one is, but all we know is not powerful enough to run my amp. My amp is what, 2000 watt amp? So you see the difference in thickness. So this is what we're gonna be running with now. So I got feed of that. Got a new terminal. So let me get started pulling this whole thing up. Alright, so took the sub out. Looking more closely at this, you can see right here burnt coming through. So two things, cheap terminal plus the wire gauge is pretty thick, but compared to the power that I'm pushing, I'm gonna need something thicker. So let me continue what I'm doing and wire up this. So So give you more explanation why I'm switching to the 8 gauge. 8 gauge wise is thicker, much better, and then the quality of this is a oxygen free copper, better for, I guess, how they say, better for moving the sound or something like that, whatever, follow me through. But, and also this is a more, I say, pro type wire because it's more flexible, otherwise it's much harder. And then the previous wire I had, I think it was like aluminum, so you can see like it frays. Yeah, let me give you a, if you look at it how it's all messed up, it's all frayed and shriveled. So that was also my problem. Why, look at this trying to push power, look how the wire is damaged so easily. So yeah, and of course the cheap terminal, so that's for that. Now let me hook up the good wire into the sub, hook up the terminal, and then I will run the new wire underneath the bottom to get to the amp. So stay tuned. Alright, so new terminals attached. See, looking clean. With the new 8 gauge wires, it's all done now. So these wires should be able to handle the more heat and give less of a problem. And then also, like I said, this is oxygen free copper, so this is the best wire to use at the end of the day. So I'm gonna button this up and then run the wire underneath the bottom to the amp. So that's also gonna be 8 gauge, and I should be good to go and no more heating up or any other problems like that. So stay tuned. Alright, so this is the speaker wire right here. You see that? Basically gonna switch out this because this is speaker wire right here. I'm gonna switch it out because it's coming around, comes under, and I bring it underneath the carpet right here. So let's just push this out. This is my remote wire and RCA wire. Push that, all that, clean that up a little bit. While I'm in here, I'll clean this up a little bit. Need something to reach because I can't reach. I just need to cut enough speaker wire off to run that. All the loose stuff I'm just gonna zip tie and clean that up too while I'm in here. Alright, so new speaker wires run. Just going along the sides, going up on there. New subs right there. Now right here by the amp. So right here by the amp, 8 gauge wires all hooked up. Yep, everything is pretty buttoned up now. Alright, subwoofer hook back up, floor back in. Let me just close that back up and put the amp, put the seat back up for the amp. Let you guys get up like that. back up. Trunk looking sweet. Clean, well clean setup. Alright, so I'm done now. Everything wired up, tucked away. Looking nice and clean. Back to how it's supposed to be. So, lesson learned. When you wind up a system, especially if you're pushing more than 1,000 watts, my amp is a 2,000 watt rated. The subwoofer is a NVX. The RMS on that subwoofer is 1,000 watts. So the max on that subwoofer is 2,000. The amount of power I'm pushing, you gotta have the gauge wire to match it up. So that's 8 gauge wiring previously. I'm not sure if that was probably like 12 or 14, and definitely that's not gonna kick it for the amount of power I'm pushing, because you can see that the terminal was heating up and was starting to melt. Most likely if I kept it going any longer, it would have melted, probably even catch a fire. So I save myself the problems and a worse situation. Now my system should even sound even cleaner since I got better gauge wiring pushing this sub. So yo, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Bam!